It's about the Macron talks with
Macron. Okay.
Tinubu.
Thank you so very much for being back, and this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. So just before we went for that little break, we were speaking to the issue of Emmanuel Macron's fraternity with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and if his friendship would in one way or another bring stability to Nigeria, reduce the issue of banditry and insurgency, kidnapping, abductions happening in Nigeria. That's what we're talking about just before we went for that break. And we still have Barrister Evans Ofeli, who joins us from Toronto in Canada. But we would be moving straight to our main conversation in a bit. That is when we return. APC will sweep 2027. Yilwatda drops a bold prediction. In a bit, still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.
Thank you so very much for being back, and this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Now let's move straight to our main conversation for today. APC National Chairman Professor Nentawe Yilwatda has expressed strong confidence that the ruling party, which is the APC, will win the 2027 elections convincingly, citing what he called the growing acceptance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He stated this in Abuja while hosting the Women Leaders Support Advancement Group ahead of the APC's National Caucus and NEC meeting set for December 18th and the 19th.
Very true. Yilwatda said Tinubu's renewed hope agenda has expanded political participation for women and youth, urging women to remain committed to grassroots mobilization. He described them as central to the APC's nationwide strength. The women's group, led by Dr. Martina Yilwatda and founder Deborah Hornecker, pledged stronger mobilization across all 36 states and the FCT.
So let's get talking. We still have with us Barrister Evans Ofeli, who joins us from Toronto in Canada. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for hanging on.
Very well.
Beautiful. So let's get talking on this this inflation of ego that we see today in politics in Nigeria. There used to be a time, I can't get to remember the date exactly, when one of the stakeholders with the PDP allegedly said that the PDP would rule Nigeria for 50 years. Little did he know that little years after that, after that, PDP would be in tatters. What's your take on this same ego-driven thing from the APC yet again?
The election has not been conducted. The APC itself is not doing well as a political party. So I don't know where he gets his assessment from, that there's a widespread acceptance of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and therefore that is the indication that the 2027 election, the APC is going to win everything. I don't think where he's speaking like a party man, possibly to sound pessimistic, and for his voice to be heard as a chairman, national chairman of the party. But in reality, that may not be the case in reality, because to win an election, whether through rigging or through the proper democratic process, you need to have certain indices. Certain indices must point to the direction Certain indices must give you popularity and sometimes edge over other candidates. For you to declare and say he will win it and all that. What are the metrics? The only thing he said is that there's wide acceptance. And he was speaking at the women, whatever gathering, APC women and all that. He didn't give us proper analysis on why he is convinced that the president is going to win. He didn't state the programs that the president has created or the APC government have created across the 36 states of Nigeria that they have so succeeded that 2027 is going to be a walkover. He didn't tell us how many economic strides the political party has achieved in the last 3 years. That's two years and has been in government. It didn't tell us the landmarks, the problems, the infrastructures, the problem that this government has solved, the infrastructure it has created, the human index success rate that has created are nothing. It just came out from the blue and said that this president is going to win the next election. I don't know, is that how to communicate? What he just said is not enough reason. He has not given any reason whatsoever as far as I'm concerned why he feels the president is going to win that election. Any other political party can come out and also say that their political party is going to win the election. Okay, I think it's a political talk. It is not with grit, not with any kind of evidence, not with any kind of convincing and persuasive factors. So I just think it's just thrown to the wind.
Yes, we might call it rhetoric and political talk, but for the APC, they might not see it that way, Barrister. Right now, the entirety of the southern part of Nigeria has defected to the APC. Most recently is Rivers State lawmakers defecting to the APC. The northern part of Nigeria is equally doing the same. So don't you think that might be the angle and the vantage point they might be looking at this, and not from the governance side of the story we should be told as Nigerians?
Yes, I know that he's looking at it from the level of defections. And is this defection that he's referring to as widespread acceptance? But what he failed to understand is that